welcome to this video. My name is Vanessa Simpkins. Joining me today is the amazing Danielle Ferguson. She is a holistic nutritionist, an intuitive eating coach. Her website is called Detoxing with Dani, DANI.com. She has a Facebook group called Food Freedom. Welcome, Dani.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
It's a special day today because Dani is a graduate of our 10K and 30-day program, our 8-week boot camp. And why don't you start by telling us a little bit about, where your business was before you joined and where it is now?
Yeah. So before I joined, I had a couple clients, but was charging very minimal because I just basically wanted them to say yes. And so I was giving them a number that I was like, come on, there's no way you could say no. I think I was giving away like 8 private sessions for $400. And I enjoyed it, but I mean, that doesn't pay the bills. Come on now. So that's where I was. And I was enjoying the work I was doing with the person, but in the back of my head, I still had that like mini resentment of like, there's no way I can do this for the rest of my life. And like, you should be paying more for these amazing nuggets of wisdom I'm giving you. So I had that handful of clients, but I didn't know how to scale. Like I didn't know my worth, I think is pretty much how to summarize it. I didn't believe that I could be charging what I deserved. I didn't believe that I had enough experience, even though I had 10 years of personal experience doing it on myself and basically giving away free advice to family members and friends. So I was doing what I've always wanted to be doing, but I was doing it for free and didn't know how to scale. And then I literally saw your webinar on Facebook, jumped on it that night folding laundry, and I think joined 2 days later. And I had kind of seen your webinar or like your face in Facebook, but I wasn't like, I didn't know you had a YouTube. I like hardly knew you, but I have this like weird thing when I know this is what I need to do. It's like an intuition type of thing. And it's just like, yeah, you and I aligned very well. I really appreciated your bluntness and like, this is what needs to be done. So joined the group and was scared shitless because I didn't tell my husband what I invested in it. And on what is today, Wednesday? Monday, I made 2 sales and made up the cost of what it cost to get into the program. And it is just crazy. I don't know. I told Lauren this too. It is worth every single penny as far as like the mindset shift that you have helped me change and helped me realize who I am and who I want to become and be that fearless feminine leader that you talk about. And it was very scary to step into that. And so now I just portray myself, I think, a little bit more with more confidence, and I know my worth, and people see that and they resonate with that, and they want that, as well as getting healthy and getting to a place in their health where it's a feeling of health. I'm not about like, you want to get healthy because you want to look a certain way. You want to get healthy because you want to feel a certain way. So yeah, you helped me do that. And it was a roller coaster. I had days where I just about cried all day long, but it was needed. It was so necessary. So I am so grateful for you. I am so appreciative that you have put this together. Because I mean, I think so many times people have those ideas and they don't do anything with them. And if you had this idea and never did anything with it, I mean, I'd probably still be charging $400 for 8 sessions. So yeah, it's amazing. It really is. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you for showing up and leaning in when you're scared, right? We always say that 90% of success is showing up when we're afraid, when, we feel that call, we need to do it, but oh my gosh, it's a lot of money, or oh my gosh, I'm afraid. What if it doesn't work? What if it does work? There's all kinds of beliefs we have around what if it does work, then what? But so tell us now where you're at. What are you charging now for your programs? What what have you, been able to accomplish? Did you make sales in the program? Do you have a Facebook group? Tell us a little bit about what you built.
Yeah. So while in the program, I made one sale. I charged $2,500 for a 90-day program, which, like I said, is so much bigger than what I had ever been charging. I did that in the program. And then I will say the gremlins took over and I kind of like spiraled. Like, this is never going to happen again. This was a fluke. Oh my God.
Right. Watch that inner dialogue. That happens. Oh yes.
So, but I did make a sale in the program. And then, like I said, I think I've been out of the program for maybe 2 weeks now. And I made 2 sales on Monday. I had 2 sales calls and I made both of those sales. It was, woo-hoo! Oh my gosh. And both of those were $2,500. So that is what I'm charging for my 90-day program. I have a Facebook group that I call Food Freedom, Live Guilt-Free and Gorgeous. And it's basically helping women find their food freedom. All of us are individuals. All of us are different when it comes to food, our weight, our body, and helping them figure out what works with their body, what doesn't. And if you want to go out and have a good meal and have dessert and wine and a big fat steak, do that. But you know your body and you know how to rebalance that and you know how to listen to your body and really get back in tune with it. Because so many times we look to others to tell us what we should be eating and what we should be doing with our own health when we have the answers right inside. We just have to listen to them. So I help women kind of work through that. And a lot of times it's like, you call it a gremlin, I call it a food demon. It's just something that constantly is in the back of our head telling us like, oh, you don't deserve to be thin. You don't deserve to be healthy. You don't try enough. You're not strong enough. You always quit. So yeah, my group is up to 350 people from 0. Like I didn't have a Facebook group. So, and it's great. I love having that community. I didn't realize how nice it is just to like have that, even if they don't end up buying. It's just nice to go in and like have people that you can talk to and
your tribe
relate.
Is your platform where you can give, where you can show up and give every day.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So yeah, it's been awesome. It's been so much fun. I think it really has brought the fun back into my business. So yeah, it's been a huge change. Even my husband has seen a change. I did end up telling him what I invested, obviously, in the program. And it was like a heated conversation and then he got over it. And then he actually saw me making these sales. Like he would be home because we're both entrepreneurs. And I came out from a sales call one day and he's like, did she teach you that? Like, wait, you did really good in there. And then I told my family, I didn't tell them how much I invested, but I just told them I was working with a coach and I had like made my first sale. And I have to show this to you. It's hilarious. So my mom and dad got so excited that my mom bought me this bell to ring whenever I make a sale.
I love it.
And so she's like, ring the bell.
Oh my gosh, how beautiful.
So it's really cool. Yeah, it's
fun.
a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. Yeah. And I think having your own business and doing what you love is part of life, and it should be fun. It should be freaking fun.
And it is work, right? I mean, it's an 8-week boot camp that we have, and it really is, strap your tits on and get to work, do the inner work.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you have that foundation, now we're going to teach you the outer processes, the group, the Facebook ads, the sales, the handling objections, the what to do first, the contracts, the how it works, how to onboard people. So there is work involved, but it's only for those 8 weeks.
Yes. And I love what you would say to us in the groups of like, you're building a plane and it takes work to build a freaking plane, but once it's built, you get to soar. And so I would remind myself, like, sometimes I would have to push through my tiredness, but I've also learned through what you've taught us, there's like an intuition telling you need to rest. And then there's also fear that's making you not go forward in whatever it is you need to accomplish. And so getting super clear.
The voice of resistance versus the voice of intuition
Mm-hmm.
fear, how to dissect those three. And, a lot of entrepreneurs, I tell them, I said, you should be overwhelmed. You're building a business. It's overwhelming, but it's overwhelming and it's catastrophic when we don't put in the time period of, it's 8 weeks of hustle. It's not for the rest of my life. It's pulling the pieces of the plane. There's the wing, there's the engine, put the cockpit in, put the seats in. But then when the plane gets off, then you can stop off in Chicago, pick up some clients, get back, go to Hawaii, pick up some clients, go back to, Lake Tahoe, go wherever you want. Get a few more planes in the air if you want to build your fleet. So it should be overwhelming. Tell us, but just for a short amount of time, tell us about the support. What did you feel, support in terms of our team but also the other women in the group?
Oh my gosh. I was one of those course junkies who would buy course after course after course, and they would have Facebook groups that you would join and whatnot. But this group it's like such like a furnace of empowerment and like fiery women who aren't like fiery women who you have competition. It's just like, you go girl, like you made 8 sales, like amazing. And like, oh my God, you had 2 sales. It's just, I've never seen anything like it. And I think especially now in society where everyone just seems like they're at each other's throats and it's all this competition, it was so refreshing to be in a group where you were accepted as who you were, supported in everything that you wanted to do. And then the support from your team was amazing. Like, I feel like you're all my friends now. And if I ever needed something, I could pick up, like go into Facebook and be like, oh my God, Kimberly, I need help with this. Or, oh my God, Penny or Vanessa, or like, this is just freaking me out right now. And you guys answered. Like, I feel like in some Facebook groups, it's like, yeah, you have that Facebook group, but there's like crickets. There's no one really monitoring it. It's just, it's insane. And then the Facebook support that you guys give is incredible. Like, I've taken Facebook courses and I have floundered in Facebook, and I actually wrote off Facebook for a while, which is why I didn't have a group. And there's something very magical you got going on, and I don't know how to put it into words, but it's true, genuine support. I think genuine is the like biggest word I can explain as far as your team, the women in the group. I stay in contact with some of the women even today, and we've graduated. Some of them are still in there. And it's still so supportive and like, hey, you need to practice sales calls. Let's jump on a phone call together. Or like, hey, can you just check to make sure my link's working? That would be great. It's continuing on, and it's so needed. Like, I love having a tribe of women that I can speak into, but it's also nice to have a tribe of women that you can like rely on and go to for support, and who can speak into me and I can speak into them. And it's this like partnership. It's great.
This is what I encourage our clients, when they're in the program, to make friends, because, that's the most valuable thing. Maybe even more valuable than the content and the learning and the transformation are the people that, are going to be your soul sisters for life. The people that I've met in masterminds, my friends, you are a thoroughbred when you're an entrepreneur. A lot of times your family or sometimes your spouses, you're lucky you have a husband who's also an entrepreneur. But a lot of times the people closest to us don't really get us. They don't see us. They don't get our struggles. They don't understand our fears. They want to keep us safe. And so, it's so valuable when you can reach out to your friends and say, hey, what's going on over here? Would you have an idea about this? That's one of the things I'm the most grateful for in all the investments that I've made, or the relationships that I've built. So that's a big part of the program. And we have a graduates group for people once you graduate, so that you're all in, continuous collaboration and connection with one another. It's very important. So
yeah. Honestly, it's been fabulous. Cause I would say even though I do have a husband who is an entrepreneur, he has like a true brick and mortar. He owns a gym. Like it's a brick and mortar. Being online is different. Like you get trolled by different people all the time, and you get just different flack from people. And like, you also get praise from people, but you know, people like to harp on negativity, and having those women who also might have experienced that, but they get it. I think, like you said, they understand you, and it's a different breed, and doesn't mean my husband or my family loves me any less, but they just don't get it. And so, yeah.
That's right. You're a thoroughbred. You have to hang out with thoroughbreds. Thoroughbreds get on the track every day, and they run and they train and they win.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a different breed. It's not a pony. It's not a zebra. It's not a mule. It's a thoroughbred.
Yep.
No apologies for being a thoroughbred. But thoroughbreds, you know, have special exercises to do. They eat special food. You know, they hang out and they race with other thoroughbreds.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, everyone's a winner in our tribe. And I'm so thrilled to hear all of this. Congratulations once again on all of the results you've created for yourself by leaning in, facing your fear, doing the work. I'm really excited to see and watch you continue to blossom. And if you'd like to find out more about how you can get on the inside of our 10K in 30-day program, apply today for a free strategy session with my team at takeyourpowerbacknow.com/10K ready. And you can book a free strategy session. A member of my team will get on the phone with you for about an hour and actually take some time to listen and find out what you're struggling with. Is it a mindset problem? Is it a systems problem? Maybe a lack of clarity, maybe the gremlins, and we'll give you the next 3 steps to help you grow your business. Yes, we may invite you to become part of the program, but we may not either. You know, we may tell you, hey, watch this video or read this book. I have an itchy throat today, you guys. I'm showing up anyways with my itchy throat here. I'm leaning in and showing up. And so, I encourage you to apply. It's a free call, and hopefully see you on the inside. Thank you again, Danny, for sharing today. Thank you for tuning in. My name is Vanessa Simpkins, and I'm sending you guys a ton of love. Mwah.